are not on your side. They are controlled opposition. You're probably thinking, why would they have such people as controlled opposition? It's to mislead the awakened people. All of the people you think are on your side are not, pushing you further and further into division, and further into this money matrix. You have no clue how deep the rabbit hole gets.
Láser, pues. La sombrilla azul, mira. La sombrilla azul.
Hey guys, this is Tommy Truthful from truthmafia.com. So I slowed that video down frame by frame, okay? Shout out to that TikTok channel, amazing catch. But when you slow it down frame by frame, you see the real message. This is a form of predictive programming known as lesser magic. Truth in plain sight. We cover this on truthmafia.com in our Conspiracy Cinema podcast episodes every Saturday at 9:11 p.m. You notice the star in the middle, and who has them colors, the white and blue? Well, we know who has them colors, the star of Remphan. We also seen it with the Greek fires, right? Okay, so Jacob Rothschild put that star on the flag. It has nothing to do with that particular culture. It actually comes from Saturn. But people are also overlooking the yellow, blue and yellow. See the blue and yellow symbolism? Now, if you go on truthmafia.com and look up the fire code, type in the search bar fire code. Guys, read that blog. It's all connected to blue and yellow, not just blue. But the blue and white umbrella is a key code. So I'm thinking, let me go take a look using gematria, because we know the elites have a secret language of numbers and symbols. Blue and white umbrella equals 73. Element 73. Tantalium. Now we'll come back to that. 73 is psychological warfare. So I took Mountain Dew, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast and the Mountain Dew Burst, and I mix them. Boom, I come up with Mountain Dew Maui Blast, which equals 73, matching blue and white umbrella, psychological warfare. Now, this element 73 has an atomic weight of 180. What equals 180 in Latin? Lahaina fires. The Lahaina fire. And this element right here, you always use Latin for your atomic weight, and you use Chaldean for the element, okay? Now, what does this element have to do with the fires? Well, guess what? It has a very high boiling point. It would have survived. It would have been the only type of metal that would not have melted. I mean, it blows my mind how encoded this hidden language is, even using the elements. When you really pay attention and tap in, you can see what's going on. For more information, go to truthmafia.com and follow us on all social media platforms. Truthful, out.
Show the people what you just showed me. Look at this shit. What is that?
This is a class 3 battery-powered laser light.
Imagine what they're using, right? This is just a battery-operated laser.
Check it out.
That's insane, y'all. Look at that.
Literally burnt a hole in my bag.
Because that could never... It can deter individuals on a military perimeter all the way up to a riotous crowd.
It only penetrates 1/64 through an inch of your skin. Goes very shallow.
There's a car on Front Street that's blue. Can anyone explain how that happened?
Want to know how to protect yourself against directed energy weapons? You have one in your kitchen. Let me show you how. This could save your life. This is a microwave door. Now this door has a protective mesh. You see that? And that mesh layer is a metal layer that blocks the microwave from getting outside the microwave, hitting your skin and causing damage. All right? That's why I say never stand in front of a microwave when it's cooking food. So your microwave resonates at a short wave, low frequency cadence to cook your food. The only difference between your microwave and these directed energy weapons, or these LRAD, which are long range aerial denial devices, the same one we've seen in California, the ones we've seen recently in Hawaii, the only difference between these directed energy weapons and your microwave is scale. So these weapons are larger and they're able to shoot a longer wave right? Higher frequency wavelength that resonates somewhere between 80 and 130 gigahertz. All right. And so I'm going to show you why that's important, because these weapons are used to actually just penetrate a few millimeters beneath the skin. And once it penetrates a few millimeters beneath the skin, it's able to cause the most damage because you have a lot of nerve endings and nervous system compartments in your skin. I'm going to show you how it heats up this fluorescent tube just to give you an idea of the wavelength. As you can see, I got the microwave here outside, I got the door off. Do not try this at home. I'm showing you this so you can protect yourself. Now you can see the wave is expanding the width of the fluorescent tube, and that gives you a good indicator of that field. Now, as I go further out, you see it breaks into two waves. You see that? Now, some turkey bacon out here. I'm going to show you that this thing does have power to penetrate skin and cause damage. So look, it took about 15 minutes to get it to like this. But remember, we don't have a door on the microwave, so all of the energy is not being contained inside. It's scattering out. And this is because we don't have a funnel on the front to direct the energy. But these weapons that they use at some of the highest agencies, the alphabet agencies, are directed energies. All right? So how do we defend against directed energy weapons? Let me show you. The first defense is water. Actually, wetting garments or having water as an obstacle to these directed energy weapons will deflect them. Let me show you. If you're at a protest and you don't have anything to protect you, usually always have bottled water. Now, you see in front, you see it's clearly lighting up, right? Let's go on back of it. Nothing. It's not lighting up. In front, you see it's lighting up. On the other side, nothing. Okay? Nothing. And there's nothing in between here. Okay? There's nothing in between here. See? I go just below, there's an opening. You see that opening? That tells you it's getting through in that opening right there. You see that? But here, nope. That water's blocking it. So if you're at a protest, get some cardboard like that, right? And you get some aluminum foil. And I'm going to sandwich that aluminum between two pieces of cardboard. See? Because if I don't, the aluminum will just reflect the microwaves right back at me. I don't want that. I'm going to put this cardboard with the aluminum in front like that. So the aluminum foil shielding blocks as well. See that? Now, another thing people were discussing was the blue car that was in Hawaii, and thinking about some of the other umbrellas that were blue that were not affected by the scalar weapon. I wanted to test a blue tarp. Let's try blue tarp. Pay attention. Getting a light on this side, but we're getting actually some blockage, some interference, and that's because the blue spectrum here is interfering with that wavelength. Right? No light. So the blue tarp speculation may have some merit. So recap, how do we protect ourselves against directed energy weapons, especially if we're out at a protest or in the field? Water. Saturating your clothes, especially your hats and head coverings with water, will deflect directed energy weapons. Aluminum foil. Any aluminum or metal substance wrapped in your clothes or on your body will deflect the microwave energy. But not least, a blue tarp. Now, I would not use this blue tarp as a sure, safe bet because we need to do more research. But the blue colored fabrics or materials do show some signs of deflection against these directed energy microwave weapons. You can put a tarp like this on your roof to help protect in case they shoot this down on your home, in your neighborhood. And once I do some more research, we may even consider wrapping our bodies with it. Like and follow if you want more tips and tricks.
Okay, so
You brought that up yesterday.
Yeah. So Project Sandman. I'm just gonna read this a little bit. I'm just gonna read something here. Project Sandman is a coordinated attack planned by the BRICS countries on the United States. The kill shot is going to include a coordinated sell-off of at least $2+ trillion in treasuries, which will collapse the United States debt market, followed by the stock market shortly thereafter.
Wow.
These events will freeze the U.S. economy and obliterate the value of all fiat U.S. dollar-denominated assets. Most of the trigger conditions for Sandman trigger have already been met. One of them was the petrodollar abdication, basically Saudi Arabia no longer requiring the dollar for to buy oil. Another one is basically tensions between the United States and Russia and China. With the outstanding requirement would be an operational BRICS reserve currency. Basically, once the BRICS reserve currency comes online, then all of these things get met, and all these treasuries come back in the United States, and it happens like on a Sunday night, and then Monday morning, our way of life as we know it is over.
I just want to share exactly what the video was supposed to share in that post, and it might give some more clarity to what I was trying to convey, but the math ain't mathin', y'all.
So that was my readings inside my house. Going outside now. Harmful. Can barely see it here. Serious. This is what they claim is from wildfires, which is horseshit. The amount of formaldehyde in the air in Michigan, it's on the serious level. Like, we're talking like dangerous here. And it's just going up. I mean, this can cause huge issues.
When all the Masons met at the lodge, they met on the 14th. And they cut a secret treaty with the post office to take over the Hawaiian Islands after all Hawaiians were declared dead 20 years later. It's called the Death Moratorium. Now, the Death Moratorium was established in 1849 by King Kamehameha III and said that if you are off the land or dead for 20 years, the land is free for settlement. So then we went back before that, in October 22nd, 1872, was the first paper money issued in Hawaii. That meant that the post office, through Bern, Switzerland, got the King Kamehameha V to file bankruptcy, ship the gold out, and bring paper money in. And that's when the paper money started in Hawaii. Exactly 45 days later, under Maritime Law of Trust, which was December 7th, King Kamehameha V dies. Yeah, dies, right. 45 days from the time he files bankruptcy, the bankruptcy trust expired. So now he is the last reigning monarch in Hawaii, and he dies, putting 1.8 million acres of land up for grabs, according to this treaty. That was better known as the Bishop's Trust, for those of you who know about it. Now, this number, December 7th, is real keen. Now, if you take 45 days from that, you get the 14th plus 3-day grace period, better known as the Lemon Law. You have the same thing in this country, a 3-day grace period when you sign a contract. So you got December 17th now, 45 days plus a 3-day grace period of 1873. Add the 20-year moratorium, you get 1893. And when did the United States government, or United States Postal Service, controls all military vessels in the United States and Japan? This is a real keen thing here. 1893, you get the 17th day of January, 1893, and that's when the United States government comes in with the warship and orders Queen Iolani to stand down. Now, through a little research, because I'm a 92nd degree Mason, Queen Iolani is a Eastern Star. Because she's an Eastern Star, she takes her orders from the Postmaster General of Hawaii, who was the Chief Master Mason. He takes his orders from the Admiralty warship that pulled into port on the 14th of January, 1893, under the three-day law, ordering him to take over the palace. And Queen Iolani, on the 17th of January, goes ahead and surrenders Hawaii to the Masons, which are controlling the post office. And the post office, through the military, now takes over and declares the Hawaiian Islands to be a territory of the United States. Because there was no shots fired, the treaty that they wrote was written in adverb verb, which means it didn't say anything.